Okay, June 2004 calculator section. First question, number 27, was an inverse. 79% of the population figured out that if you swap the x's and the y's and then resolve for y, you will get A as the correct answer. Question 28, only 61% of the population got this right. And my guess is that it's because they asked you to do the transformations in a weird order. Doesn't matter, just do what they say. Horizontal expansion by a factor of 3, so triple the x value. Reflection in the x-axis, that changes the y value. Vertical translation 5 down, and then a reflection in the line y equals x, that's an inverse, so 727, the correct answer was D. Question number 29 wanted you to figure out what turned this into this. Now, they've all got a reflection and they've all got a vertical stretch by 2. So if I take care of that, it's going to be upside down twice as deep as before. So there's my vertical stretch and my vertical reflection. But it's gotten wider. That's a horizontal stretch by 2. Because that change will be with the y value, I don't want a 2, I want a 1/2. So those guys are out, these are my options. So let's look at what this looks like. 1 would go to 2, 3 would go to 6, 5 would go to 10. So there's my horizontally stretched and vertically stretched and reflected semicircle. So what did we do here? We shoved...
No, please contact the office. No, please contact the office.
We shoved it 6 units to the left. That's not this one. These equations were not in the right form. If we set the stretch apart from the transformation, it was option C that was 6 units to the left. So C is the right answer. Tricky question there. Question number, 63% of the population got that right. Question number 30 says, which of the following is not a polynomial? The answer is B. Why? Because the square root of 2 is not a problem, but the square root of x is. Polynomials only have positive whole number exponents. Question number 31 wants to know the remainder when you divide by 2. Now you can do the remainder theorem or you can do synthetic division, it doesn't matter. I'm substituting 2 into the polynomial and I get a 0. That's my remainder. So when I plug in 2, I get a 0. The correct answer was D. Same thing for number 32. Synthetic division, remainder theorem, I'm going to plug -1 into the polynomial. Watch your exponents when you are raising to odd powers. I get a remainder of -10. Next question is number 40. Question number 40 is solving a log equation. Now look, a lot of the answers are decimals, which tells me that at some point I may want to use my calculator. So I do as much as I can without my calculator, rewrite it as a multiplication, do a kick bump, x squared minus x is equal to 8. Now this is where the calculator comes in. That doesn't factor nicely. Enter it into my calculator, you'll get option C, and 76% of the population figured that out. Question number 41 was exactly the same on the January exam, so I'm not going to do that again. Vincent, code word, cheesy bread. So just like last time, correct answer was A. We are up to the written response, and I am going to show you my solutions. First one, horizontal reflection. So you can see my ghost graph here flipped over the y-axis, down 3, nice and simple. That was a little 2 marker. Question number 2, a reciprocal. Where does it hit the x-axis? Where does it hit the x-axis? You get an asymptote. Invariant points don't move because the reciprocal of 1 is still 1. Otherwise, I flipped over a few points, cows ran along the fence. Much more important, the square root. Invariant points 1 and 0, the little bump between 0 and 1, took the square root of a few values, no square roots of negatives. And last but not least, solving an exponential equation. We end up with 300,000 ants, started with 12,000. We are tripling every 8 weeks. I want to know how long this takes. Divide out the 12,000, go into log form, multiply by 8. Nice and simple. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.